In 2005, the National Emergency Management Organization, led primarily by the Ministries of Health and Agriculture, began working with the Pan American Health Organization on an influenza pandemic response plan for the island. The comprehensive policy called for the inclusion of a plan for the business sector. NEMO Director Don French says the outbreak of the H1N1 virus has underscored the need for guidelines for companies to manage all emergencies. French says the onus is on the corporate world. She urges the business community to take swift action to avoid catastrophe.
Now that we have the World Health Organization declaring a pandemic with the H1N1, we are again encouraging business houses to get in touch with someone in the who works in this area. NEMO is not the only one that works in it, but we encourage people, if they want to come to us, we are very willing to work with them. We have an officer dedicated to that in the office, to work on a contingency plan for if the severe version of the H1N1 starts to manifest globally and, of course, in the region and in St. Lucia.
Scientists and public health officials around the globe caution a more severe outbreak of the swine flu could occur in a not-too-distant future. The NEMO director warns emergencies like natural disasters or healthcare crises could be extremely bad for business, especially for a private sector with no contingencies in place to deal with a calamity.
Scientists are warning that a severe version could come with this year's Christmas season, and so we are again adding our voice to that global call for business houses to be prepared. They're projecting, for example, that as much as 40% of your staff could be taken ill or be at home taking care of ill persons. We've seen from the statistics given by the Ministry of Health that children are more vulnerable than adults. So if your children are being affected and parents are going to be staying home to take care of their children, again, your business is going to be impacted.
NEMO says businesses must be prepared to respond to any possible event. Don French says failure to do so could result in financial ruin when the unforeseen occurs and disaster strikes.
You may have industrial action tomorrow for some reason. How is your business going to function? If there's a busted water main in your vicinity and you don't have enough water to function, to flush toilets, to wash your hands, to drink water, how is your business going to continue to function? If there's a brownout or a blackout, a vehicle crashes into a loosey leg pole and you're out of electricity. So there are many things that need to be considered, and we have these discussions with business houses. But yes, in the context of H1N1, which is very pressing at the moment, and the percentages that are being thrown out, we really want business houses to take this opportunity to review their plans.
The National Emergency Management Office has set about on an aggressive campaign to raise the level of awareness of St. Lucians at the height of the hurricane season and the growing global H1N1 pandemic. NEMO says in a world fraught with danger, a sound emergency disaster plan is a necessity no business can afford to ignore.